how's it going today, everybody? It's Robin here from AriesFireTarot, and welcome to the channel. I'm going to do a reading for weekly guidance for whoever is guided to click on this video and watch it. So whatever your energy is, regardless of your astrological sign, if you're watching this video, some of this guidance is for you. Okay, so I'm shuffling the Gilded Tarot deck for you. And just 1 second, please. So sorry about that. I wear a retainer, and if I don't take it out, I tend to muddle up my words sometimes. So I had a card just fly right out of the deck, so I'm going to keep it for the reading. I just want to do a deck cut, and shuffle a little bit more, and I see this card down here waiting to be read, so I'm almost done shuffling. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can go ahead and do that while I'm shuffling, please. That would be great. I do daily readings and oracle card readings, so some of the advice is really good. Really enlightening. So okay, so the first card I have here is the Six of Pentacles, and this card tells about somebody that is doing quite well in their life, and they're either about to come into more money or some gift of abundance. It doesn't have to be financial, or they are giving it away. So I'll put that card there and I'll continue pulling. So this is the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords has a message coming in quickly and with some high energy. The style of person represented by the Knight of Swords is somebody that is like not so subtly sarcastic. They're a little bit pensive. They can have a bit of an explosive temper, actually. So there could be something coming in quite quickly for you. So Three of Swords, this represents some sort of rift, like a heartache. You can see that three swords are piercing this heart right in the middle, and they're crisscrossing each other. So this represents some sort of like drama within like family or primary relationships. I don't really see it being related to work at all. The next card is Nine of Swords. That's a lot of swords right now. The Nine of Swords it represents somebody that is being crushed by the weight of their own thoughts. Their thoughts are in control of them, not the other way around. They're actually losing sleep and being kept up at night and probably tossing and turning and having nightmares. So that's a lot of swords. Woo. And then we have the big one. We have the Ace of Swords here. So the Ace of Swords, it shows a big victory coming in here from the universe. The universe is offering you something huge. And I keep getting the word lottery popping into my head. Don't get too excited yet. Oh, maybe. So the High Priestess is somebody that is, you know, she doesn't let sort of the day-to-day things like traffic jams and, you know, rude people and, you know, the things that just happen with living in a society, you know, dealing with other people. She is sort of floating above all of that in her own realm of positivity. And it's something that I strive to maintain on a daily basis. And I think that's one of my biggest challenges, actually. So we have the Ten of Wands here, which tells of somebody that has been working really hard towards a goal And even though they have got all of this weight on their back, they're not giving up. They're looking forward towards their goal, and they're not about to be stopped by anybody. And that's aspected right underneath the Three of Swords. I'll show you guys the cards in just one second. Okay. So we have the Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Swords is somebody, they're sort of rushing off without completing everything. They're looking back in some sort of regret, like they missed a detail. You know, you can see that this person has their hands like full of all these swords, but then they're turning around and they're looking back like, oh, whoops, what did I just do? So I'm going to show you the cards here quickly. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords here, and then underneath it is the Seven of Swords. So, I mean, I'm just going to aspect the cards for you guys, and then I'll start talking about what I see in them. We have the Three of Swords with the Ten of Wands right underneath it, and then the Knight of Swords here with the High Priestess underneath it, and the Six of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords here. So I'm actually just going to take a moment on pause to absorb the meaning that these cards want me to translate to you guys. So I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm back. So I've just been sort of absorbing the energy from these cards here. And the thing that is jumping out at me the most is the Three of Swords. So I see that some of you are going through sort of, and I think this is in your primary relationship, like your partnership, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, whatever that means to you. I think you kind of, you effed up. I might have to go on a bark pause. And I think this is you. And you made some sort of promise to your partner, and you didn't quite follow through with it. I think you acted in your own best interest in this situation, and I think it ended up being a pretty huge fight here. And I think whatever it is that you've done is being represented by the Nine of Swords. It's really bothering you, and it's also really bothering your partner. And I can see that this has probably happened, I'm seeing 3 to 6 months ago, and you've been sort of working your way back in ever since, which is represented by the Ten of Wands. And I just get the sense that, like, you did something, like, epically stupid is what I'm getting here. Like, possibly gambling away, like the mortgage payment, or, you know, something really dumb and something really selfish, and like, you tried to get away with it and leave no trace of it behind, but you did. Like, there's something here, and then you thought everything was okay. Like, you really thought that you got away with it, which is even worse than making a mistake and then immediately talking about it. You didn't do that. And you sort of carried on in your own little bubble as if you weren't in a committed relationship with somebody that counts on you to be honest and open with them. And then I actually think that somebody came and told your spouse about it, your spouse, partner, whatever. Somebody with this sort of energy came in and told your partner about it. And it caused this massive friction. And I think for a while you blamed this person for exposing the thing that you tried to cover up, which is just infantile, in my opinion. Yeah, this person came in, and I'm not even sure that they did it on purpose. I think that they sort of blurted it out because they're just an honest person, and they thought that you probably already told your partner, and then it ignited the battle of the swords. So I think after you stopped blaming this other person for uncovering your little shenanigans, and you sort of stopped blaming the third party, which is what I'm seeing here. I think these two swords are you and your partner, and this is the third person here that came in and just pierced right into the heart of your relationship. And the thing that is bothering your partner the most is the lengths that you went through to cover it up. And whatever your reasons are for like not being transparent with your partner, they don't care. They don't care what the reason is reasons. Like if you felt embarrassed, like you just sort of were looking back in regret, like you felt like a fool and you thought, well, I can make it up before they notice. That didn't happen. And all that your partner is seeing really is the lie on top of the lie. So I'm not really sure where the Ace of Swords is coming in yet, because this represents a victory, and I'm not seeing that so far. But I think what you need to learn is that the generosity of the heart goes both ways. Like I don't see this as being represented by finances. I'm seeing it as you were sort of over here, like thinking about yourself and how you were living your life, and it was like almost in secret, you know, and that's what is bothering your partner, is that you were hiding. You're hiding something. I don't think it's infidelity. I think it's something like, I really think it's something to do with gambling or something, where you were losing money, you made a stupid investment, or, you know, and you were just thinking, like projecting hero thoughts onto, you know, oh, well, when this all comes in, then I can go and say, oh, I'm so amazing. You know, I did all of this stuff behind your back, but that doesn't matter because now I win. But you didn't win. You didn't win. I think you've still got a long way to go here. And instead of blaming this person that sort of blurted out the situation that you were hiding from your partner, the person that you live with and share your home with, You should be thanking them. You should be thanking them. Because you have put an untold stress on your relationship and your partner. And you have damaged the friendship that is the foundation to the relationship that you claim to value above everything else. I think this is your relationship right now, and I think that you are not facing it. I think these are the hands of your partner who's feeling left out of your life here, and that you did so purposefully, with intention. And you deluded yourself about that. That you were doing it for everybody's own good, but the only person that you were thinking about was yourself. What a lecture. Oh my God. But it happens though. I mean, we have, you know, we're driven by selfish motivations right now. And like, my intention is not to make anybody feel bad, but, you know what I'm trying to get at is your actions affect other people, whether you have intended that or not. So, I mean, instead of trying to hide whatever it was, and I do see this centered around money somehow. I mean, you blew it, and you can't just continue to pretend that this didn't happen. I mean, I think the only way that you're going to repair this is to have, like, I may sneeze, is to have complete transparency. And this sort of energy, this, you know, this belongs to both of you, not just one of you. I think you were feeling like this for a while, and you thought that you got away with it. And now this is where your partner is. So, I do see that you've still got a lot of work left to do, because trust is so hard to recover. It's so hard to recover. So I think you might just want to go and, I don't know, just finally be 100% honest and say what was actually going on. Like, what were you thinking here? What was your motivation? Did you want to, like, make all this money so you could finally, like, afford the dream house, or whatever? You know, you just don't feel like you're possibly supporting your partner in the way that you envision that you should be. But there's a valuable lesson here, is that, you know, relationships are not about money. You know, they're not. They're about your heart and trust and love and transparency. So your intention here to be the hero, it really blew up in your face right now. And you've got a lot of work to do, because I think you kept this secret for, I'm seeing, again, 3 to 6 months. I think you were just keeping this, well, you know, they'll never find out, but they did, because somebody always knows the truth. Somebody always sees something. Or, you know, people have such a hard time keeping a secret. They'll just tell one person, but, you know, then that person can't keep a secret either. So they're like, oh, well, I'm going to go and tell one person because, you know, this is too juicy. And then it's like that telephone game. Like it just comes around full circle, and then it bites you on the ass. And then you're this guy, girl. And like, now you're realizing how important the relationship was, and you want to put it back straight. So, Like the only way, hello, this is my dog. Hi dog. Wanna come over here and say hello? She's just gonna be off camera. You know, you can't do this crap anymore. You can't act as if they'll never find out, because first of all, you're lying to both of you, not just your partner. You're lying to yourself. You're putting yourself in a situation where you could do all this and it could still fall apart, because this is representing your partner. They're anguished, and like, honestly, even if it was not your intention, that's what happened. So I mean, if you want to get both of you back here, like, I mean, they're going to have to forgive you too, but you're going to have to set the framework for that. You know, it's one thing to forgive somebody. It's a totally separate thing to want to rebuild things with somebody. So, I think it's just time to get totally 100% real with yourself and your partner. And like, I do want to pull one more card here to see if there's sort of an outcome. Because right now I'm just seeing the wreckage. Like, I'm not seeing a recovery at all. So, and I'm getting stared at by a blonde dog. Dog? Hi. Like, I don't even know. Anyway, I'll pull one more card here, and I want to pull it on the Ten of Wands, because the Ten of Wands is like, now you're in this mode where like, oh, I just like screwed up like crazy, and oh, I can't believe I did this, and I'm so sorry, but that's not quite cutting it, you know, partner. So I want to see if there might be a possible outcome on the Ten of Wands. And this is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups, he's sitting very calmly on his throne, and he's observing you, this energy. I feel like this person is looking at you as if you have no backbone. They're not ready to move forward yet. Like, this person is, I mean, just look at them. They're sitting back, they're sort of observing you critically, and they're holding this cup here, and it's representing their feelings, and it's sort of like held over to the side, as if like, you can't have this yet. So I do see that there's a bit more work to do before like your relationship can get back here. Like, right now I don't see any other sort of resolve. So like, if this is you watching this, that you made some monstrous mistake in your relationship, and hey, like I said, I'm not judging. Everybody does some stupid shit, right? But I mean, how are you going to fix that? And I think the only way to really repair a relationship is to like just lay your soul bare and hope for the best. Like, you're not responsible for that other person's feelings towards you right now. They have to be. And if you're on the other side of this, if you're watching this and your partner just royally, like, basically shit the bed of your relationship, are you able to sort of come down off of your high horse of recrimination and forgive them. Like, do you still have that love in your heart that you're sort of holding back? You're withholding it, so you're really not making it any easier for your partner. Like, you could have forgiven them, like, verbally, but I don't think you have forgiven them with your heart. So I think there's work to be done on both sides in order for you both to get back to a flow of your relationship. So, and yeah, anyway, that's the end of my lecture for the day. So I hope this really helped some people out there, because I feel like somebody or many people could be going through sort of a deep, dark valley in their relationship right now, and they're just sort of both struggling separately. And if you do think that the relationship is something that you want to salvage, you're just going to have to throw it all aside and meet in the middle and go forward. So anyway, you guys, that's your weekly guidance. I hope this helped, and I will be back tomorrow doing daily guidance for you. So stay blessed, and thank you so much. Take care. Bye for now.